This analysis explores the transition from occupation to genocide in Palestine, focusing on structural violence and corporate complicity. It examines economic systems that perpetuate oppression, highlighting the role of corporations in sustaining these dynamics. The study employs mixed methods to provide a comprehensive understanding of how economic interests intersect with human rights violations. This presentation will explore the economic transformation in Palestine, focusing on structural violence and corporate complicity. We will delve into the methodology of mixed methods analysis, examine the results on economic collapse, and conclude with insights on epistemic credibility and genocidal intent. Exploring structural violence and economic transformation, we employ a mixed methods analysis to uncover the economic collapse and corporate complicity. Our findings highlight the epistemic credibility of these issues, suggesting a genocidal intent behind the economic strategies. This analysis provides a comprehensive understanding of the underlying factors contributing to the economic challenges faced. The study of economic transformation in Palestine is crucial for understanding the systemic shifts from extractive occupation to intentional deprivation. This context highlights the historical economic asymmetry and the evolution of life support system destruction in Gaza and the West Bank. These transformations are pivotal in analyzing the geopolitical constraints and structural violence that have shaped the region's current state. The systematic transformation from extractive occupation to intentional deprivation between 2023 and 2025 highlights the evolution of economic asymmetry in Palestine. This shift exacerbates the destruction of life support systems in Gaza and the West Bank. The International Court of Justice's 2024 famine prevention orders underscore the urgency, as confirmed famine conditions emerge by mid-2025. Compounded by geopolitical constraints limiting accountability. Our core motivation is to document economic structures as mechanisms of collective harm amid data suppression. We explore how epistemic credibility is constructed and what communicative features sustain trust in evidence. Our research aims to provide empirical evidence linking economic metrics to patterns of structural violence and intentional deprivation, reinforcing recognition of genocidal intent. Previous research often focused on political or military conflict dimensions, neglecting economic analysis within human rights frameworks. This work integrates economic analysis with structural violence and genocide studies, employing mixed methods to triangulate United Nations data. It addresses epistemic credibility amid data suppression, linking corporate activities to intentional deprivation patterns. Our methodology integrates a comprehensive research design, utilizing diverse data sources such as United Nations Human Rights Council reports and World Bank assessments. We employ statistical correlation for quantitative analysis and thematic analysis for qualitative insights. This mixed methods approach ensures robust triangulation, converging quantitative indicators with qualitative evidence to establish credible patterns. Our research design integrates data from United Nations Human Rights Council reports, Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs updates, and World Bank assessments. We employ statistical correlation for quantitative analysis and thematic analysis for qualitative insights. Triangulation of these methods helps establish patterns, while cross-referencing multiple United Nations agencies ensures epistemic credibility. The methodological framework employs a mixed methods approach, integrating quantitative economic indicators with qualitative field analysis. Primary data sources include United Nations datasets from Human Rights Council, Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, United Nations Relief and Works Agency, and the World Bank. A key constraint is the reliance on United Nations data, which may be influenced by political suppression. The framework navigates competing narratives, assuming quantitative convergence across United Nations agencies for credible evidence. The analytical process involves selecting key indicators like GDP collapse, infrastructure damage, and mortality rates. Correlation analysis reveals relationships, such as between infrastructure damage and economic collapse. Pattern recognition identifies metric alignments with deprivation patterns. Source cross-validation ensures consistency across United Nations Relief and Works Agency, Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, and World Bank reports. Epistemic assessment evaluates evidence strength amid silencing attempts. Our experimental setup utilizes diverse data sources from 2023 to 2025. United Nations Human Rights Council reports provide insights into human rights violations, while Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs updates focus on infrastructure damage. Integrated Food Security Phase. Classifications highlight food insecurity, and World Bank assessments quantify economic losses. United Nations Relief and Works Agency documentation offers qualitative insights into humanitarian conditions, ensuring a comprehensive analysis of the situation. Our analysis reveals significant economic collapse intertwined with structural violence. Quantitative data highlights severe economic losses, while qualitative insights expose the human impact, including increased vulnerability and social unrest. These findings underscore the urgent need for comprehensive recovery strategies to address both economic and social dimensions effectively. The catastrophic economic collapse severely impacted housing, health, education, and agriculture. Direct damage and indirect losses are substantial, with recovery needs escalating. Housing and infrastructure suffered immense destruction, while healthcare systems faced crippling setbacks. Educational facilities were disrupted, and agricultural productivity plummeted, necessitating urgent recovery efforts to restore these critical sectors. The systematic targeting of infrastructure, with a correlation of R-0.87 P00.01, reveals intentional economic dismantling. Hospital destruction inversely correlates with mortality rates, R-0.79 P00.001, highlighting healthcare's critical role. Gaza's gross domestic product contracted by 81.7%, with 75% farmland damage and 92% food production reduction. Corporate complicity is evident in supply chain analysis and resource diversion. The transition from an economy of occupation to one of genocide between 2023-2025 involved systematic dismantling of life support systems. This period saw intentional deprivation through the weaponization of basic needs like food, water, and healthcare. Corporate complicity played a significant role in enabling this deprivation, contributing to near-total infrastructure destruction and institutionalized inequality. Our key contributions include documenting the shift from occupation economy to intentional deprivation using triangulated United Nations data. We innovatively combine quantitative and qualitative analyses to reveal structural violence patterns. Empirical evidence links economic metrics and corporate activities to genocidal intent. We also address epistemic credibility challenges amid data suppression and institutional conflicts. Current limitations include reliance on politically suppressed United Nations data and complex institutional narratives. Geopolitical constraints hinder accountability and transparency. Future research should explore epistemic justice, strengthen accountability recommendations, and analyze corporate complicity in structural violence beyond 2023-2025. Comparative studies with other contexts of economic weaponization are essential. Quantitative convergence among United Nations agencies enhances epistemic credibility, countering silencing efforts. Economic metrics reveal structural violence, indicating intentional deprivation. The shift from occupation economy to collective harm mechanisms marks a new violence phase. Corporate supply chains exhibit complicity in dismantling life support systems. This research offers a framework for analyzing economic structures as genocide instruments under international law. Thank you for your attention. For further inquiries, please contact research.palestineeconomyytip, pulotu.edu, Access the project archive at github.com. Tip Pilotu Palestine Economy Study.